Hello everyone, welcome to the Tech Cave. My name is RJ. Today I want to go through my studio setup. So if you're doing stock photography or any sort of photography really where you want to get the information off your camera as quick as you can onto your PC and get editing it, then this is the setup that I recommend. So DSLR camera with a USB output. This cable is going straight over to my PC, which is over there. So you got to be careful on the length of the cable. That is I can't remember what that is. That's about, I think it's a 4-meter cable. If it goes you get USB cables that go too long, you can start getting corrupt data. So you can't go too nuts with this and have a ridiculously like sort of 10-meter long USB cable. I don't know if you have tried a 10-meter USB cable and it works for you, then post it in the comments below, because it'd be nice to know if you can. I don't want to go too far with it anyway. So here we go. We got my Nikon D800 here set up, and I've got a Pixel Pawn wireless trigger flash. So that's on the hot shoe on the top, and that's been plugged into the other side there, which just goes into the back of my flash there. So that one's going to trigger that flash off, which will then in turn it will fire up to that backing sort of flash there, and the behind the curtain there that I've got sort of set up. That one's going to flash off as well, so you can set your levels there. So yeah, well, I used to plug this straight into the computer, and I was taking sort of photographs of this, and you take your whole sort of session, then you go over to your PC, then you plug in the camera, and you transfer your files over. That takes a long time, and you can't instantly look at the photographs. You're looking at this tiny little viewfinder here, which is not always the best. I'm not sure if I've got any images on here, but it's a tiny little display, so you're not really going to see a lot. This is not coming on because this, if you notice, because it's plugged into the PC, it comes with PC mode. So this is kind of like blank now. You can't go into the menu features. You can still change the settings on here. However, you can do that also on the PC as well. So there we go. So that's going to trigger my flash. The other thing that I've got is get 2 Pixel Pawn wireless triggers, and the other one you plug it into there, and that's going to act as your actual trigger. So you can now stand over here. You can hold on to objects whilst you're taking photographs. You can actually be in the photograph yourself. A lot of the stuff I do is sort of self-modelling, and I haven't got somebody else here to take the pictures. So you have to innovate. Sometimes you got this little thing and you're pressing it with your mouth, or you got it under your toe or something like that. So rather than setting a timer and then running back and trying to take the picture, this is great because you can instantly move around. So there we go. We've got the cable set up. That's firing directly back to the PC. We've got this, which is firing off the flash, and we've also got the other one plugged in as well, so we can we don't have to be trying to reach back here to press the buttons to take a picture of our subject. So there we go. That's a fairly simplistic setup. So back here we'll go to the PC setup, and this is the program I recommend to use. This is a free program, so you don't have to pay a penny for it. And it's called Digicam Control. So when this is plugged in, you can actually take photographs here by clicking on this icon up here. There you go. You just sort of flash, and within a few seconds, it's instantly transferred. There we go. And you can see the sort of information on those waves. So you can see if things are blown out as well, and you can see the sort of histogram information. You can change the settings remotely from here, so you don't even have to go to the camera. You can set your scene up and start taking photographs, which is really great, and it just speeds the whole process up of taking photographs. You can instantly see what's on the screen, check the colours, check the exposure. And you're good to go, and all you need is just that USB cable set up, and plug it straight into your camera. So there we go. That's my tip for setting up your for your studio. Another thing that if you're sort of holding onto an object, or you're trying to position something in front of the camera, and you're trying to frame it, and you can't get instant feedback. So you say you're holding onto this, okay, and you want your hand to be perfectly sort of here, and then you take a picture and it's here. So you decide to move your hand down a bit and take another picture and it's down here. You could be taking a hell of a lot of photographs just because you haven't got that instant feedback. You haven't got somebody else taking the photographs for you. You know, your one man, one woman band, whatever, taking your photographs. How the hell am I going to do that by myself? Right, okay, coming up with a cunning plan. One of these. You probably got one. Webcam. But if you can get a HD version on the highest quality that you can, right? Okay, this is super basic, but it works. It really does work really well. And all you do is you put the viewfinder, or put the lens of that onto the viewfinder there. I put an elastic band around that, and then all I do is I'm stood over here, so there's a camera. I can look back there to my computer screen. I mean, if the computer screen was round a bit further, it might be a bit easier, but it's a big enough screen that I can see it. And I have half the screen set with the DigiControl program on, and the other half with the program with the webcam. So I can stand back over here and look back here and go, right, okay, I've got to move my hand up, down, or I've got to move myself because I'm not quite in frame. And you can frame all your photographs instantly and just take that in one shot. You're not taking 10 shots and then just getting frustrated and the focus points in the wrong place. It would be nice if that screen was a little bit closer for me, because then I can just check exactly where the focus spot is. I do get the odd bum one now and again, but that's increased decreased the amount of time that it takes me to take a single photograph. Before I was taking, you know, sort of 10 or 15 just to try and get the frame just right and move things around. And then when you look at it on the screen, it doesn't always quite look the same as when you're looking at the viewfinder or looking at it in real life. The perspective is all slightly different depending on what size lens you got on there. So as soon as you see that on the screen and you go, yep, okay, that's in frame, that looks about right. Yeah. There we go. So I don't think I've got anything else to add to this. If anybody else has got any comments on what I've gone through, got any questions that you want to ask, then post them in the comments below. Got any other ideas? I'd love to hear them, because I'm always looking for ways to make life easier in photography. So there we go. Thanks very much for watching. My name is RJ, and I hope this has helped somebody out there. And if it has, give it a like for me. It helps me out a lot. And if you want to see any more of my videos, then subscribe. You know, the usual thing for YouTube. Thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you next time. My name's RJ. Bye.